Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. This is the reading I'm doing for December 10th through December 16th, 2017. I'm using my Llewellyn Celtic deck, and it's L-L-E-W-E-L-L-Y-N. I guess it's like a Gaelic, I guess the way they say it, the L's are silent, it's Llewellyn. All right, but we have a lot of energy going on here, so let's get right to the reading. We start off with a major arcana. The card is Strength, number 8. This card is Leo in the tarot. Oh, and we do see the lion in this deck. See it on the breastplate of our horse here? It's like a steed, but it's rushing to shore, and the wild boar is at its side. You know, it's kind of like that Chariots of Fire when we had Apollo riding across the sky. Beautiful red grounding ability, all around this empowerment. So with Strength, it's saying you have more strength than you give yourself credit for. Maybe your emotions have been getting in the way. If there was something that you've been dealing with, it became maybe too much emotionally for you, and it was overwhelming for you, and you didn't feel like you could do this anymore, and that you weren't going to make it through this. What this card is saying, you have a reserve of strength that you're not realizing, and that you're still here. And if you think you haven't been strong enough, just look at what you have survived, whatever this experience was. Maybe it was a raging experience for you of emotions. Maybe it was very upsetting emotionally, but it could have been also something that was heated and stressful in a way that it was weakening you. And emotionally, you couldn't put up with this anymore. So you maybe felt like you were just giving in rather than fighting on this. The card is saying that's part of the whole thing that you had to go through with this situation. It was testing your strength. And sometimes it's not about you being right. Well, it's never about you being right. It's always about you being happy. But sometimes there are times that you have to just sit back and let this unfold and watch. And you might think that's making you weak, but it's not. So for some of you, maybe you didn't do anything. You felt you were weak in the situation, and I should have did this. I could have done this. Why didn't I do that? Don't do that to yourself, because it's very likely that you were doing exactly what you needed to do in the situation. At that time, for some of you, it was not doing anything, and it wasn't a sign of weakness. It was what was needed in the situation, and it may not be shown to you right now, but it will be revealed to you that it was the best thing for you. For others, it's saying, too, that you have the strength to forge through this emotional situation. You see, and it's almost at its end, too, because with this, you see the water is coming to the shores, and the water is very dissipate there. It's not like it's deep waters. It's almost, you know, just like an ebbing tide. It's just going to be pulled back, and you'll be on land. From the situation, there will be a new beginning for you. This white is purification, and this could have been a trial by fire for you. It could have been a purging and a cleansing for you. It will leave you with some empowerment from the situation and some grounding stability, or at least behind you, you had a grounding, stabilizing force, because we have number 8 here. So either there was somebody, for some of you, in spirit or in form, that was like they had your back. You see how the cape is on your back? They had your back the whole time, whether you realized it or not. They were there for you. There was someone also here on your side, this wild boar. I would say that there was someone really riding through this with you. Maybe you didn't see it. You had a lot more help here than you realized. So emotionally, there's going to be a breakthrough for you. And there are often times with this card, which is interesting, because this card is more about being assertive in the situation and not aggressive. And the card number 8 in Strength is Leo. Leo, you figure, is bold. On the lighter side, it's very loving and generous, compassionate. It's the heart matters, things that really upset you, you know, or love matters, or people that you love, or a situation, and that love is involved. But on the low vibration, pride could get in the way. That's very Leo, lower vibrational shadow side energy. Pride, aggressiveness, being like a tyrant, forceful, imposing. That vibration might be what you were going through. But knowing that this is passing for you, you're riding to shores with this, but you were never alone in the situation, either realizing it or not. Maybe you will see it revealed to you and do your aha moment, like, oh my God, that's what that was all about. So just know being assertive in the situation is not a sign of weakness. There are many times your truest strength is by being gentle and stepping back than being forceful and taking the reins. Because that's another thing here. It doesn't look like he's got the reins here. He almost looks like he's just riding it in. He's trusting Spirit here. Each card has different imagery. So this one is very different than the Rider-Waite and some other ones. So this one is a nice different energy here where we're saying, let Spirit guide you to shore through this emotional situation. You never were alone, and there is maturation coming out of this, some strength and grounding energy. So, okay, so we had the Five of Cups, and I just put another card because they said just hit it again. This card here might tie in. This is a very emotional card, and actually we have water, water, water. All right, so we got fire, water, 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 and then earth. So this is something very emotional. There's been a loss here. Now, some of you, if you actually lost someone in your life, a loved one, could be pet, could be human, my sincerest condolences. And it's very painful. Allow yourself the grieving process. We have with this five energy instability, uncertainty. It is transitional. They are always with you in spirit. And I know that doesn't always help the situation, but allow yourself the stages of grief, okay? And this feeling of not having and crying over it. Remember what you do have in your life. And also, if it is someone of transition, they are still in the unseen, okay? With you always. Now, in others of us, we're looking at this Five of Cups, and we're crying over, like, well, spilled wine in this cup, but the cups are knocked over, and you're standing here, and you're really upset about it. You don't see what you still have. You don't see what you maybe should be grateful for, need to be grateful for, because you're so emotionally involved in this situation. Remember, there are still things in your life to be grateful for. And if you say, well, I lost my job, and now I can't pay my bills, and I'm probably going to have to leave my house. All of these things are upsetting situations for us, and if we perceive them as like the end of the world, it's our perception with everything. That will only invite more of the same energy, like energy. When you have these things happen, you can be upset. Of course, you want to allow this to go through your body. You want to say, what is this I'm feeling? What is this here for? What is it that I'm learning and growing from Spirit? What good is coming out of this? Okay? And allow yourself to go through that grieving process of the pain or the emotion. You don't want to smother it, because then you're going to act out inappropriate at some other time. So deal with this emotional upheaval, uncertainty right now. But don't stay there and dwell there, because if you would look up, you would see there is still something coming to you in the unseen, or there that you're not relishing and being grateful for. We have a lot of mutable energy here. Sag is very mutable energy. So this is a gray area. It's not black and white, they're saying to me. And even the waters are very gray. And it's not a raging water like here, but it's still rippling. So we got deep emotions going on. But look, there is a solid foundation here leading you to something else. You're not focusing on that. And just so you know, with this card, this is Mars in Scorpio. It covers October 23rd to November 2nd. So for some of you, this has already started to unfold, or you had this happen around that time. Mars will be entering Scorpio, leaving Libra on the 10th. So this is very in tune with what Spirit's saying. So for some of you, it's already happened, and some of you are going to experience this by the 10th. So let's look at what advice they're giving you is the Seven of Cups. More emotions, more uncertainty, okay? With the Seven of Cups, we're looking at Venus in Scorpio. Okay, we got that Mars and Venus. So for some of you, this is a love matter because we have the divine masculine, divine feminine energy, male, female energy. And even if it's two women or two men, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy that's there of love and drive, generating something changing. With our Seven of Cups and this energy, this is going to be November 13th to November 22nd energy. So these are tying into the same period of time. You had choices. You were uncertain what you're going to do. The Seven is trying to stabilize you. It's got that grounding energy, like the lightning bolt comes from the sky, bringing it to ground. You know, she's sitting there and she's got butterflies. She looks like she's releasing. So we know that's a metamorphosis, butterflies. Change, transformation, transmutation, growth and evolution through pain. Okay? Pain, growth and evolution. Out of this situation, there will be many choices for you to make. And there's this uncertainty here, but you need to focus. Yes, you have all these opportunities, all of these grails to choose from. They each represent something different in your life as the outcome from the situation. Try and focus, okay? Try and rein it in, because maybe you're daydreaming, maybe you're fantasizing, maybe you're confused. All right? You don't know which way to go. You want to start something new. You know you've gone through a trial here, and you want to take this energy that you've been transforming and transmuting and, of course, let it go out to the universe and reverberate something wonderful and lasting for you for the time being that is best for you. And you know, Venus did leave, what was it, December 2nd? It left Scorpio, and it went into Sag. So these are really right now, this Mars and Venus energy. So with that energy transitioning into Sagittarius, that's about freedom. That's about higher learning, higher knowledge. But it's also about searching the truth. You know, with the arrow, you want to hit your bullseye, hit your target. So using the energy and strength from this experience, or being assertive and not aggressive, but being bold and dynamic, okay? Dealing with this situation of some sort of loss or grief that you're emotionally feeling an upheaval about, not realizing it is just a transit that will pass. Try and focusing your energy, because you've got so many choices. You're not sure. Well, do I move into an apartment now? Do I move in with my parents again, or a friend to save money because now I had to leave where I'm living? Oh, my car died. I got to buy a new car. Do I lease something, or do I buy a new car and get a loan? Do I stay with this guy? Do we end this relationship? Do I move in with this person? I don't really know them. You know, all these things are going on. We want you to just know that this choice is going to be different for all of us, because this is a general reading. The main thing Spirit is trying to say to you, with this energy of Venus and Scorpio for this card, it's a loving, comfortable feeling. It can be very sexual and sensual too, especially Venus with Scorpio is the 8th house. That is sex, okay, for pleasure. But let's look at it as pleasures. Try and focus, what is it that you truly love in your life? That's our Venus. About yourself, your ego, this is your self-esteem. This is possessions in your life. And how do you want to transform them? Like the butterflies. That's transformation. That's like a chemical process. Transformation, very Scorpion energy. So what is it in your life about yourself, who you are, your self-esteem, your values, your systems, things that you love, money, okay, possessions, that you want to transform and start something new within your life. And I keep seeing the white here is sticking out to me. All this white, and even here, the white is dominant to me. This is a purging for many of us. Things are purging, and it's like erasing. So right now, during this time of this mutable energy with Sagittarius, before we go into our stabilizing energy of Capricorn, this is the gray areas in our life. Things are not black or white. It's not yes or no. It's not he or she. That's very much of what we're feeling. Uncertainty. This transit shall pass. And you've got maybe another couple of weeks before we enter this Capricornian energy. So for now, try and just focus. Make a list of things, pros and cons with this situation, person, place, or thing. And try and stabilize your emotions for sure. Because with the 3 of Cups, we have this different outcome. With the Three of Cups, we have a time of celebration and joy. Yes, it could be with your family, friends, and loved ones for the holidays. It could be taking a vacation or a celebration, the outcome of this, where what looked so bleak to you, there was so much concern and worry and confusion emotionally. Then you have your joy, your day in the sun, your celebration. Now we have this full moon energy here. We did just come off the full moon in Gemini, which is a mutable sign, the opposite of Sag. So it could have been something that's come from the harvest of our Gemini energy. That takes like at least 2 weeks for that cycle to express its energy. And with the 3, it's something that we've created. So what have you created from here? Where have you focused? If you're saying, Mary Jo, I can't make up my mind. You know, this is too many choices. Like I said, hone in on what you can. And it's best if this is something new in your life, don't make a decision until after the 22nd of December, because Mercury has gone retrograde, okay? Mercury can be a trickster. It's the rock star gone awry. Although Mercury is about communications, commerce, travel, local things, neighbors, siblings, you know, it is a way you think and assimilate things in this world. So right now, don't start anything new with this period. Wait till after the 22nd. All right, if it's something you started before then, try and make a decision. But there will be delays with this, especially with the retrograde. Miscommunications, a text you didn't get, or phone call, voicemail, computer problems, anything with electronics and gadgets, you're going to have go haywire. That's what Mercury's energy does. It could even be word of mouth, miscommunication, all right, that it could cause confusion and arguments. This is all part of the trickster energy of Mercury, that it wreaks havoc on our communication skills and messages. But during this time, why don't you just go back over the situation? What did I miss on? Oh, I was supposed to call this person back. I didn't pay this bill. I didn't answer this. These are things that they're forcing you to look at right now. Be responsible for during the retrograde. All right, really put your thought into it. This is all about thought. And here's so much emotion. That's what's clouding you. Your emotions are getting in the way of your logical, clear thought. But with this retrograde that's going to be passing, try and, if you can, don't buy a new car right now, any big ticket transportation items, unless it happened before the retrograde, you know, on the 3rd, on the full moon. So if it happened before that, okay, you're in the process, but try not to do anything big now. And if you have travel plans, really go over them. Check your itinerary over and over and over again. Have someone else double check, because this is when you have delays, your flight's canceled, or things didn't go through, and you thought you paid for this and it didn't get posted. Now, you know, all these things that can happen with our Mercury trickster energy. Be very careful. But we have a nice outcome that we could head for if we listen to what Spirit is saying here with the 3 of Cups, because this is Mars in Gemini. We just had the Gemini full moon. I just said that. Okay. Mars is our energy to generate things, go forward. And like I said, Mars is moving into Scorpio on the 10th of December. So this fits in for me too. That Mars energy is your ego, your drive, your force, your life seed. You're going forward. This is all your ideas and energy. You know, it's in play. This is that warrior spirit, okay, that sees an outcome. Now, we were talking about people being with us either in the seen or unseen. Like someone's always had your back with this situation. For some of you, you're celebrating with these people. And for the rest of us, if it's someone in spirit, like for me, I really feel this is someone in spirit for me, or numerous people in spirit for me, I'm going to celebrate with them anyway, you know, because they're with me always, always, okay? And this is a joyous time because we have, it's like a harvest, a culmination. Things were brought to light. You see the light. You understand we're here. You had vacillating energy that was confused, okay, and you weren't sure what to do. Here, things are clear to you now. And it's your day in the sun, you're dancing, you're happy, in a metaphorical sense. And with our Queen of Pentacles, this is our Capricornian energy. It's the last decan of Sag and the first 2 of Capricorn. So this ties into December 13th to January 9th. Again, another card that Spirit's right on time with in this energy. This is the grounding stability that we want. Male or female, it doesn't matter. This queen rocks it. She knows how to stabilize things. She knows how to hold on to her money. She knows how to get her bills paid. She knows how to project herself in the world with a great reputation, be seen and heard. She's good counsel to people when it comes to money or any matters that you might be grounded, needing grounding, because emotions can like really drive you crazy. She's very stable. Her emotions don't get in her way. This woman's like a rock, or man. Like I said, they're good counsel. You see how well dressed she is, very grounded. She's got a solid cement throne. She's sitting out by this, look at all this mutable yellow-orange energy. Again, it fits in with Sagittarius, mutable energy, and even mirrors this card. Look at this. What is the beginning? What is the end? Okay? It is showing she's grounded. It is showing creative energy with that mixed orange-yellow, and her solar plexus energy where she has empowerment. But look, even though this looks like a harvest, hi Ash, a harvesting, you know, the wheat is ready to be harvested, like after we just had the full moon, this tree still shows life. Ash, look out, sweetheart, I'm sorry. And this tree still shows life here, and things are in bloom. So for many of us, the result of this that we didn't see will show that there is life and will blossom for us. It's just a matter of waiting. The universe is unfolding as it should, and everything in the universe is happening for us. Keep your energy and from a period of stress and worry about this into focusing your energy on good perception. Okay, I'm upset about this. I realize I'm upset. You know, get it out. And then afterward, just say, okay, Spirit, what's good is coming out of this? I trust you to bring the best to me. And so it shall be. So thank you, Spirit, for this wonderful reading. I hope it does help everyone. And thank you if you can like and subscribe. I really appreciate you helping my channel to grow. And thanks for everyone who's been with me from the beginning. I really do appreciate all of you and love you. Thank you so much. And as always, I wish you the best.